we've been talking a little bit more about this idea of Jesus being the king this year.
Yes.
And I got an idea I want to throw at you. I want to see what you think.
Okay.
If I were to describe Jesus as the healing king, what does that mean?
So obviously that takes up a lot of Mark's narrative and many other gospel narratives, but I mean, I feel like this could go in so many different directions. When we think about Jesus, we think about the gospel he came to bring. We don't often think about his healing, or at least we think that it's less applicable, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like the healings, we were just talking to Randy earlier about this, but I feel like the healings are meant to be a symbolic embodiment of the gospel he came to bring, right? That in other words, it's not just this false dichotomy of, well, Jesus came to teach, and then Jesus came to do good works. But it's like, no, the good works were a symbol of what he was teaching them, right? To basically declare them free from their sins, like Mark 2, verses 1 through 12, about the paralytic being, brought in through the roof. It's not just he's being forgiven, but he's also being freed from this ailment that Satan's oppressed him with, right?
That's true.
So for me, that's just the first picture I think of.
And that definitely gives us a fuller picture. We've talked already about how if we ignore a piece of Jesus' life, we don't see exactly what he was supposed to be. That's the problem the Pharisees had. It's the problem that we all face today. How do we see that full picture? As you said, this healing, it's giving us the clues into what his true purpose here was.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a good point, because like, how many times have you heard a miracle described as something operating against nature, right? Mm-hmm. So we know what nature is. A miracle is basically trespassing against that nature. But really, I mean, the true understanding of a miracle is that our world has been infected with brokenness and curse and sin because of what we've done. Jesus came, in other words, with restoration, to bring it to the way it was supposed to be. A body was never meant to be paralyzed. There was never meant to be brokenness. And so he's bringing it to what it should be in this new creation sort of living and teaching that he has with the gospel. So really, really good comments there.
Yeah, I love that idea of restoring.
Yeah.
You talk about like a watch. If a watch stops working, what do we do with it? We go get it fixed. Jesus is the person who can fix us.
Yeah, the maker of the watch, right?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.